Tonight, Fred and I are staying at a Boondockers Welcome. Our backyard is enormous. Once you come down that long road, you can't miss your Boondockers Welcome entrance. It's a bricked gateway entry. If you contact Jennifer and Anthony through Harvest Host Boondockers Welcome, you can stay up to 3 days, and they do allow same-day booking. Here you will have plenty of cows to keep you company. I don't know if you can hear that pop. There's a rifle range not far from here. If you stay here, they offer a concrete area for you to park on. They will host up to a 30-foot rig. They offer a 30 amp hookup. If you are going to use the 30 amp hookup, make sure you bring extra cord. It's a little bit far away from where you park. Jennifer and Anthony are very hospitable. They even offer you to fill up your tanks with water. Fresh spring water right off of the farm. We've hooked up 2 electrical cords together to get to the power. And you'll also need an extra long water hose if you want to put water in your vehicle. As long as your dog is friendly, you can allow them to run off leash here. There are other dogs. Nikita really had a good time playing with them. Nikita! Good girl. Nikita! Good girl. Cheater. Come over here. Come, you want to lay down? Good girl.
I'm Anthony. We're on Boondockers Welcome. We've had a few folks stay here with us in Myrtle Point. We're about 20 miles from the Pacific Ocean here on the southern Oregon coast.
When the brush comes, look what I get to do.
Well, it's actually a serious thing. We have blackberries that grow like sentient creatures here in Oregon. They're wonderful to eat. My wife makes a fabulous cobbler, but they grow like crazy all over the property. They rotate different cows here, and this bunch that's been here this year they're particularly cheeky, so we'll see what they do. They're very curious. So we get lots of different migratory birds and waterfowl and little swallows, and we'll go down here by the water. This pond varies in size throughout the year. This is sort of like what I would call its equilibrium size, what it's supposed to be. In the wintertime, it drains out of those hills and feeds what runs as a creek in the wintertime over here, and it fills from over there. And then it has an outlet over here that I'll show you that feeds out to a little creek that goes to the North Fork of the Coquille River. The 3 forks of the Coquille meet in the town of Coquille, which is about 8 miles from here, and merge into the Coquille River, which is a large river that comes out in Bandon, the harbor in Bandon. And you can take a boat. We have a 17-foot aluminum boat. You can take that from Coquille all the way out to the ocean in Bandon. But most years, it'll get kind of low, and then the rain will start again, and it fills up. And this whole area will flood every winter. There's no livestock here in the wintertime, because this whole area will be underwater 2, 3, 4 times a winter. When the river overflows its banks, our little outlet becomes an inlet, and this whole thing literally just fills up with water. We catch crawdads here later on in the summer, which we eat. They're delicious. So all these things that are flowering right now are blackberries. In like July, they'll be covered in just more berries than you can count. I mean, you can come out here and just pick as many as you want, make as much blackberry cobbler and whatever else you want. So right behind those blackberries there is the North Fork of the Coquille River. So that breeze you feel is coming straight off the ocean. It just, the valley funnels it, that the river runs up, just funnels that breeze from Bandon right up to us. So even when it's warm here, we always have this nice ocean breeze.
And you said this goes all the way out?
Yeah, so this is I don't know if somebody dug it at one point many years ago or if it's naturally occurring, but this flows out to the North Fork of the Coquille, the main river. So that fence line goes all the way back, and if you see those trees back there, that's the back line of our property. And then it goes all the way over to these trees you see off to the right. Behind those trees over there to the right is where the North Fork of the Coquille River is.
These blackberries are gorgeous. They are blooming all over the place.
They're delicious, but they're definitely an invasive plant that you have to control.
So how long have you been here on the ranch? Or
We've only had this place 3 years. And we've been living here full-time 2 years. We promised we've been planning to move for quite a while, and we promised our kids we wouldn't move till they graduated from high school. They both were, had graduated. My dog Toby loves these woods, the shepherd that you met. Like, he charges up these hills, chases God knows what, and so I cut firewood up here, and I had some scraps, so I made a little sign for him to mark the road that we're now entering into Toby's woods.
it's beautiful though.
Those are wild turkeys,
Oh yeah, I see.
which many people don't think can fly. They'll start yelling at us, they get mad. By the way, I call this my Indiana Jones car because you got all my webs and my machete. All I need is a bullwhip.
There you go.
I've got a leather hat somewhere. We're trying to figure out what to do to clear this area and try to make some kind of useful, like, a little picnic area or something kind of fun. Just our kids are adults; they'll be grandchildren before too long. So you want to make, Grandma and Grandpa's house a fun place to go visit for the grandkids. So this property actually has a little bit of a story to it. The guy who originally developed this property and built the houses on it and such, built it after getting out of prison for counterfeiting money. And when he got out of prison, he bought this property and he built all the house and everything on it and so forth, and didn't bother to get any permits or anything. He paid everybody apparently a premium to get everything done fast. And basically when it was done, the people from the county showed up and they're like, hey, you were supposed to have a permit for all this. And he says, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know. What's the fine? And he paid the fine. Here it all is, but I guess in theory it's not supposed to be here. We tried to get a building permit for something we wanted to do here, and they told us that, they're like, well, your house isn't even supposed to be there. And I guess we're somehow grandfathered in, but apparently everybody really liked this guy, despite his kind of shady past. He was a well-liked person in these parts, so. And we appreciate him developing this property because it's fantastic. So that's a nice view back.
Well, it is. I'm going to step out and get that picture.
No worries. I thought you might.
So how did you become or decide to do Boondockers Welcome?
We bought the first RV we ever owned because we started realizing our kids were moving to different places and we want to be able to travel easier with them. And I've traveled a lot for business my whole life, and I'm so tired of hotels. Like, I hate hotels. So we bought the RV. We never had any experience with RVing before. And I found Boondockers online, and I'm like, well, that might come in handy one of these days if we need to do it. Plus, it just seemed like a nice thing to kind of like just host people who are on the road. And we have plenty of room here, and we've got the 30 amp hookup. So I just signed up for it because I figured it would be nice.
We appreciate it.
We've had a few people stay. We started off slow, honestly. I thought we were too far off the beaten path. And then this year we've had a bunch of people. Everyone's been very nice. It's been a very good experience hosting people. We've not stayed with anyone yet. But now I feel like we've had so many nice people, we have to try it sometime. Next time we go on a road trip or something. Yeah, you're our third guest, like, in the last, week and a half.
And that's kind of a big thing right now. I mean, as
well,
proud as you are.
I think it's hard to find places for people to stop if they're traveling up, like the 101 on the coast.
There's not very much out there.
Because it's the tourist season now, and I think all the parks are full. This is kind of like God's regenerative ranching right here, because it all gets wiped away in a flood every winter, and it starts anew every spring. And the cows, just, as you can see, they thrive here.
Now, is this our pod? Is it your first RV?
This is the first RV we've ever owned. So, you know what? We're already looking for something maybe just a little bit bigger because we have the 3 dogs. We only had 2 dogs when we got it, but the 3rd dog, it makes a big difference.
Make a good deal on a 38-footer.
We don't want to go quite that big.
It's huge, and it's got 4 opposing slides, so...
It's huge.
It's time for the 49 Acres Ranch Cellular Service Report. Well, right up front we got AT&T at 75.3 megabits per second down and 11.8 megabits per second up. Second place we have Verizon at 71.4 megabits per second down and 6.02 megabits per second up. And in last place we got T-Mobile, 33.1 megabits per second down and 2.50 megabits per second up. Overall, pretty good numbers, but there's a lot of ranch to see, so get to it. Go pet a cow. Hey, we'll talk to you next week.